The first thing you need to do for any Nucleus run is get yourself a mole pet. This pet is the daddy when it comes to Nucleus. All you need is a claw fossil. It is found within, well, to be fair, it's found within the Nucleus, which doesn't really help anything, but it's also found in the glaciite mines. All you do is you get a bit of scrap, you chuck it into there using the fossil excavator, and you can find yourself one of these, the claw fossil. You craft that up in the forge using this guy here, and as you can see in the pets, you've got a mole. It requires a claw fossil and 300,000 beautiful coins. It is expensive, it's a little bit of a pain to get, but well worth it. Or if you're on a normal account, just buy the bloody thing. All right, it's not that difficult. Just buy one, get yourself going. It's lovely. Now obviously you're all set up and you've already got yourself your mole pet. The next thing you want to do is locate your 5 areas. You want your Sapphire, your Jade, your Amethyst, your Amber, and obviously your Topaz, which is your Bal, which is down there somewhere. Now starting over off, we're going to go into the Sapphire. We're going to fire off. It's over in this direction somewhere. Have a little look. People sometimes set up tunnels. If they haven't, grab yourself a gauntlet, grab yourself whatever, and just mine yourself a hole until you finally get yourself there. Once you're here, you're looking for the Professor Robot. He will ask you for some simple things. As you can see, he wants a transmitter, FTX, reflector, motor, switch, and a heart. Oh, lovely. The way that these are found is actually pretty darn easy. What you do is you bang on your glossy armor, if you've got it. Bang on glossy, if you haven't, mineral, if not, doesn't really matter. All you want to do, head into the hills, start mining, you'll get some chests. You open the chests, and eventually, you'll get yourself some of the parts. They appear within the chests. Lovely. And once you've got enough, you can then craft those up into something called the precursor apparatus. Then all you do is you take that apparatus, head on over and right click him, opens it up, grab yourself the lovely crystal. That is Sapphire done. Another way of getting the parts is by punching these geezers right here. Using the mole pet, it gives you a greater chance of dropping the parts from them. I don't like that method. Think it's boring, think it's lazy, think it's a terrible way of doing it. Just go and just dig out a load of the mine shafts, load of the holes, and eventually you'll get yourself loads. Come back to the Crystal Nucleus. Once you're there, walk up to the plinth bit and left click, and there it is. Boom, done. That is Sapphire completed. You're 1/5 of the way to doing a nuke run. Next one we're going to go for is the Jade. This is the worst one in my humblest of opinions. What you're looking for is a Mines of Divin that look like this. Again, using a wishing compass, it'll tell you exactly where it is. I hate this so much. When you first arrive, if you've never been here before, talk to one of these guys and they will give you a lovely looking metal detector. Use this metal detector down on the gold floor to find the treasures. If you can't find them, there's mods that help you out, but I don't use them because I'm not a little scumbag. I like to run around like an idiot, find the chests that are hidden like this, you hit right click, and you don't get one. You are looking for 4 parts. They will eventually appear. They will take ages, and it's so much fun. But again, the mole pet helps with this. It increases your chances by 25 wonderful, glorious average % of finding the parts. So yeah, do not do this without a mole pet. If you're doing it without a mole pet, like me, I'm using a rabbit because I'm an idiot. Oh my god. Yeah, so definitely make sure you got a mole pet enabled. As you can see, 25% more often, the scavenge items will appear in the Mines of Divin. Lovely. I'm an idiot. There you go. Boom. Straight away, emerald hammer. Beautiful. Ooh, golden hammer. Lovely. A lapis sword. And finally, the lovely scavenged diamond axe. Once you've got all 4 items, you head back on up and you right click them and give them to the keepers of the things. As you can see, as long as they're in your inventory, you can just run up, right click, they create a little line that goes all the way to it. Once you've done all 4, the lovely crystal will appear. And there it is, delicious. Now, if you want to set up multiple runs with the 4 of those that were there, you cannot keep them in your inventory. Once you've got them, they won't spawn anymore. So make sure you open up your backpacks and you just chuck them in anywhere into a backpack. That way you can have loads of them on the go at once. Collect it and head on back to the Crystal Nucleus. And the same as the Sapphire, just chuck it on in. Lovely. 2 out of 5 completed. Next, we're going to head over to the Amethyst area where we will end up in the jungle. We are looking hopefully for a temple, which will require a key. There are multiple ways of getting keys. One of them is in the jungle itself and is called the Key Guardian. He will drop a key every time he is disposed of. And then the other one is a geezer called Odwa. Again, following the wishing compass, if we can find Odwa, he will sell you a key for the lovely price of 100 lovely slime juice. Now, the easiest way to get sludge juice is to use a jungle pickaxe and use it on some hardstone, and you're going to get yourself a lovely little bit of slime juice as you go along. You could also do a bit of powder mining if you don't have one, as the chest will also drop a lovely amount. Like I say, all you need is 100 of it and you are absolutely golden. And once you've got enough sludge juice, you just go and talk to Odwa. Again, your compass leads you to him. This is where you could buy your jungle keys. Also, this is where he sells the jungle pickaxe for 200 sludge. So if you haven't got one, get yourself one bought. Buy yourself a load of keys. I got 11 just from mining my way here. And now we've got our keys. All that's left to do is find our jungle temple. So again, wish your compass, and off we go. It's this way, somewhere over here. Right, lovely. You can also get a little bit of extra sludge from killing the little sludge guys that go around. They drop a little bit of sludge juice as well. To be fair, if you're just starting out, that is probably the best way. Once you've got your key and you get to the temple, talk to one of the door guardians, right-click it with the key, and off we go to do a lovely bit of parkour. There is a cheese for this. You can use an armadillo pet and some weird little mechanics, but let's be honest, we're here to play Minecraft, not to be little scumbags. So, do the parkour, and I tell you what, you just get it done. If you do fail it, don't worry, you just get sent back to the start, you don't lose your key, and as you can see, the parkour is as easy as that. We even get 2 lovely little chests at the end. Obviously, you're going to open one at a time, but you never know, you might get something delicious. Don't forget to grab your crystal, head on back into the nucleus, and again, we're going to drop it off. Gosh. Lovely. That is 3 out of 5. Next one, we've got to find ourselves a king and a queen. Again, wishing compass straight away. Just run on in. Bang. Wishing compass that way. King is this direction. He will ask you for something called an egg. The easiest way to get eggs, as everything in the game, is to run along, punch open some chests, and eventually you will get yourself a goblin egg just like that. Bang, there's a goblin egg. Easy. That is all he will ask for. Just the one of those. It used to be 3. It has now changed because of inflation and all sorts of goodness. When you find the king, he will be located in this sort of tower thing. He is on the 2nd floor. If you go to the bottom floor, there is a chest and also a chest up on the top floor right about there. Lovely. They normally have some little bit of goodies in and also a couple of extra eggs. Once you've got your egg in your hand, right-click him. He'll start waffling on, giving it the yap, 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 right? Eventually, he gives up, and then you are free to head over to the queen. All you do, again, wishing compass, and head on off to find the queen, who usually isn't that far away. She is located in the Goblin Queen's den. It is a big old area. It is beautiful. Again, all we need to do is just get past the guards and grab ourselves the lovely little crystal. It's as easy as that to do the amber. Now, chuck it in, and guess what? Bang. 4 out of 5, baby. Not even difficult. And the most easy one out of them all that doesn't require any real effort is Bal. All you need to do is head on down to the lower depths, go into the magma fields like so, where it says danger, fire off your wonderful little wishing compass, and then head on back over to the side where it pointed. This time it's over in amber for me. We head on down, fire it off again to make sure we're going the right way. Yep, it's this direction. And then if you want to be clever about it, you just mine in a straight line all the way to it. Lovely jubbly. And hopefully, if I get there in time, I may be lucky enough to actually see him. There he is. Cool. Perfect. Bal, ready to go. Now, the easiest way to do Bal is to grab yourself a bow and just start shooting at him, right? You just start firing. Doesn't matter what you do. He is done based on hits, not on damage. So he's hit based, not damage based. So take your time. It's going to be fine. If you want to increase your damage, I recommend having a juju bow or a term, whichever one. Chuck on some terror armor, as long as you've got at least 2 pieces. Build up your stacks, and eventually you'll be firing 3 shots, and it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. There you go, 3 shots, perfect, cool. As you can see, it is really, really fun and difficult. All you do is just stand there and right click. There we go. Eventually he'll then shrink, and you can head over and grab the final crystal. Perfect, cool. You can then, making sure you have your maxed out mole pet, because again, another one of the perks is 100% chance of an additional item. Trust me, after 1,000 runs, it adds up, okay? But it doesn't matter because this is going to be my last ever run because the moment I chuck this in, we are going to drop ourselves a DIVANS alloy. Or we're not, but it was close. It could have been. But anyway, there you go. That is how you do a nucleus run. Grab your goodies and, oh, I got a Jade Award and a Lapidary book. Beautiful. Awesome. Cool. I don't need any of those items, but that's good. Anyway, guys, I've been Ripmos, and don't forget, subscribe for more beautiful, wonderful, average Minecraft Hypixel content.